The cabin hums with the engines. Overhead lights wash pale faces in muted glow. Phones scroll silently. A child shifts beside her mother. Eyes flick toward the aisle. Is it always this tense? Whispers one passenger. No, not like this, another murmurs. She straightens in her seat, senses the unspoken weight. Silence stretches. He grips the controls tighter. Smooth today, isn't it? A passenger asks quietly. The pilot doesn't look up, just a nod, posture rigid, eyes scanning. Everything under control, he mutters, voice flat, edges sharp. The cabin shifts slightly. Everyone senses his unyielding authority. No one dares interrupt. She sits straight, hands folded. Do you always fly this route? A passenger murmurs. Her eyes meet his briefly. Yes, often, she replies, calm, measured. The pilot's glance flickers, sharp. Whispers ripple along the aisle. She doesn't flinch. Silence stretches. Her presence quietly shifts the cabin's weight. I'm in my assigned seat, she says, calm but firm. The pilot's eyes narrow. I'm asking. That's all. A whisper threads through the aisle. Did he just... Passengers glance at one another. No one moves. All eyes, all breaths hold their weight. Silence thickens, tense, unbroken. I told HR once. They never called back. Murmurs a passenger, almost to herself. Another shakes his head quietly. Same here. Always gone. Lost somewhere. She thinks of old memos, shredded, forgotten. Voices echo from past complaints. It's nothing. Don't push. The cabin hums, phones flicker, eyes meet briefly, recognizing stories untold. Why does it always go like this? A flight attendant whispers. She remembers a victim, silent, erased. The air grows heavier. Everyone feels it. The weight of power shielded, dignity overlooked. Passenger whispers, he's doing this again. The flight attendant leans close. We've had reports. Her hands tighten around the armrest, calm yet alert. The pilot's glance lingers, sharp, controlled, unspoken command radiating from every gesture. Curt words skim her ears. She doesn't flinch. Other passengers shift, noticing the subtle imbalance, exchanging silent glances. The cabin hums with unspoken tension. Each small move, each glance, tests dignity, slowly fraying the pilot's composure. The air thickens, heavy with unacknowledged power and quiet resistance. Passenger shifts slightly, but does not speak. She breathes slowly, letting the calm anchor her. Eyes track the pilot's subtle gestures, every twitch noted. Flight attendant murmurs, she's not reacting. Another passenger whispers, that stare. Her posture remains steady, dignified, unyielding. The pilot's tone sharpens, yet she does not flinch. Murmurs ripple. Admiration, tension, quiet recognition. Her silence weighs heavier than any protest. Passengers sense the imbalance, the injustice, the subtle power reversing. Narration. Her quiet strength begins to tilt the cabin's atmosphere, invisible yet undeniable. Passenger leans forward slightly, phone in hand. She meets the pilot's eyes, calm, unwavering. Whisper from across the aisle. Is she moving? Another murmurs. She's filming. Flight attendant mutters. Everyone's noticing now. Pilot's jaw tightens. I'm asking you to move, he says, voice forced. I'm in my seat, she replies, even, steady. Phone cameras shift subtly, catching angles, reactions, micro-expressions. Passengers exchange quick glances, some nod, some tense. Narration. Each silent witness chips at his authority. The first cracks appear, subtle yet undeniable. Whispers ripple, power starting to shift. CEO steps into the cabin, calm, measured. Passengers glance up, sensing something has shifted. Step out, now, the CEO says, voice precise. Pilot freezes, grip tightening on controls. But this is my authority, he stammers. Authority doesn't grant immunity from accountability, CEO replies evenly. Hands tremble, uniform suddenly tight, suffocating. Cabin lights seem brighter, exposing every imperfection. Passengers exchange discreet looks, whispers, threading softly. A phone lifts quietly. Cameras capture angles, reactions. He recalls past dismissals, privileges taken for granted, protections now evaporating. Narration. Every quiet reaction compounds his unraveling, a cascade of internal panic against external calm. She sits composed, calm, dignity radiating silently. Passengers' glances flicker between awe and judgment, realization spreading like a current. Whispers rise, phones record, accountability becomes unavoidable. The pilot falters, mind racing, his authority dissolving under observation. Her presence remains unshaken, a counterweight to his collapse. Narration. In the quiet, dignity asserts itself, power recalibrating inside the cabin. Every reaction, silent or visible, documents the shift. Arrogance unmasked, restraint victorious. Passengers shift, a low murmur threading through the cabin. Some things can't be bought with a title, a passenger whispers to herself. The pilot swallows, face pale, hands trembling on the controls. This isn't fair, he stammers, voice cracking. It is, the CEO says softly, unwavering. Eyes flicker across the cabin. Silent recognition spreads like a current. Phones discreetly rise, capturing glances, reactions, tiny gestures. Passengers exchange subtle nods, the weight of wrongdoing settling quietly. Narration. The hero remains composed, serenity in her gaze, dignity unshaken, a quiet counterpoint to the pilot's unraveling. Flashbacks surface, dismissed complaints, hushed warnings, privileges once assumed now exposed. I didn't mean, it's just authority, the pilot mutters, shame creeping into every word. You had the power, and you misused it, CEO responds calmly. The cabin exhales, collectively, a microcosm of justice unfolding without spectacle. Every subtle acknowledgement, raised brows, quiet glances, lowered heads, cements accountability. Her calm, her quiet dignity, shifts the energy, injustice corrected without confrontation. Narration. The viral inevitability of observation amplifies integrity over arrogance. Passengers record, whisper, reflect. The pilot's privilege has fully crumbled. Silent gestures speak louder than arguments, dignity and accountability reigning in measured stillness. Passengers sit tense, whispers threading softly. She's handling it well, one murmurs. The pilot is escorted off the flight deck, uniform stiff, hands shaking. This is not how it should be, he mutters under his breath. CEO's voice calm. Thank you for your cooperation. Eyes flicker across the cabin, subtle nods, quiet acknowledgements exchanged. Phones rise discreetly, recording the unfolding scene. Narration. Microaggressions of the past flash in passengers' minds, dismissed complaints, privileges assumed, authority unchecked. Passengers murmur softly, exchanging glances that carry weight beyond words. The silence. It speaks louder than threats, another whispers. Narration emphasizes collective awareness growing, moral clarity emerging like a slow tide. The cabin transforms into a microcosm of accountability, subtle gestures amplifying justice without spectacle. Passengers reflect, absorb, document. The pilot's collapse mirrors a long overdue reckoning. Narration. The social fabric shifts imperceptibly, systemic recognition beginning through observation and quiet resilience. She leans back, eyes tracing the clouds beyond the window. Power is fleeting. Integrity, however, lingers. She thinks quietly. A passenger shifts, avoiding her gaze. Another nods subtly. The cabin hums with unspoken acknowledgement. Flight attendant murmurs to herself, "They finally see it." Phones remain stowed, yet glances pass from hand to hand. Narration reflects incremental change, policies being reconsidered, staff quietly aware, institutional cracks forming, flashbacks flicker, dismissed complaints, microaggressions, privileges unchecked. Her calm contrasts the empty flight deck, tension released, yet lingering in memory. Passengers adjust posture, some relieved, some pensive, a quiet social shift settling around them. The plane touches down. Engines hum, cabin calm, life outwardly normal. Narration. Justice, precise and silent, resonates in the space between breaths, dignity preserved, privilege questioned.